Tag along.
Com.
That's simple. Blindbeanroasters.com. And Rich's phone number again is 717-371-7804. That's 717-371-7804.
Yes.
And he
And
has a
he's,
Facebook page that you can go to. He got his website page. This man is blowing it. It's just unbelievable. He's doing such a
well,
great job.
And see, it doesn't matter if you're blind or not. Technical things happen, and it's how we overcome them is what's important.
Well,
The
here's
same
something
as
you can
how
tell
I overcame
everybody.
my vision.
Here's something you can tell everybody how you overcame, what you overcame. Whitewater rafting.
All right.
Tell everybody about that one.
All right. One of the things when I was a very young man, I was a Boy Scout and I became an Eagle Scout. And one of the things we got to do is I learned how to kayak and canoe. And when my kids were young, I bought a pair of kayaks and we would go out kayaking at a lot of the local areas. And I give back to the community and I'm part of Lions Club, which is a nonprofit that we raise a lot of money for our local community. And a group came by one day called Team River Runner. Here it's an organization by veterans for veterans that when veterans come back from serving and they get some injuries, missing legs, missing arms, post-traumatic stress disorder, they found when they get into a kayak, all those things go away. Gravity no
Yeah.
longer matters. And they said it's the greatest rush. They said, we got a couple guys that are totally blind that ran the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon, through the Whitewater. I said, those guys are nuts.
mhm.
Well, you could do it. I said, I don't have a death wish. Oh, but you got to try it. Okay, I'll try it. So I went to the pool. We got to play in the pool, and it's like, oh, I miss kayaking so much. Well,
Uh,
one of my very close friends said, Rich, if you join, I'll join. He's retired military. And he said, I'll be your partner. He said he was in the Navy. He said, no man gets left behind. So what I
yep.
do is he puts a speaker on his life jacket. And understand, we wear helmets, we wear life jackets, all the safety equipment.
Yep.
And I follow him. And there's
Nice.
another guy that follows me, and he tells me right, left, right, left. And it is just a blast. You're going down the water. I have no idea what's coming. You hear the roar of the rapids. And then it gets so noisy, I can't hear my guide and I can't hear anything. And it's me in the water. And it is so fun. And then you go upside down and you're totally underwater and you got to bail out. Well, that's fun
Oh,
too, until you got to drag your kayak 50, 75 feet, drain all the water out of it, and
yep.
Yeah.
get back in and do it all over. But you know what? That's still more fun than a day of work.
That's for
It's
sure.
just
And much more
life
fun
is
than
what
two
you
days of
make of
work.
it.
Yes. And I love the stories. I love the information we're getting from you, but we haven't even gone over your questions yet. So
We
I'd
haven't
like,
finished with his website yet.
oh, I know. I know. It's crazy, but
Let's do the
so
questions.
let's do some questions. Okay. So for the questions, I understand that you do white labels for others.
Yes.
Can you share with us why you make that option
And
available?
what is a white label?
All right. Well, do you know what a white label is first? That's when I put somebody else's name on my coffee. And I only do it for groups that need to raise funds. So I do it for a group out in Pittsburgh, not trapped in their own home. They're able to go out and give skills back because life is so much better when you do it with people.
Yes.
And I'm not disabled in any way, shape, or form. I'm I'm not blind. I just can't see. And actually, I see people for what they are, not for their skin color, not for their gender, not for their height, not for their shortness, not for their wheelchair, not for their white cane. I see people as people.
Nice.
So, and that's why I give back for the white labels, because we're all put on this earth to share life with each other. And
Rich,
if
just
I can help others-
a little while ago, you were talking about kayaking. Now I got a question for you.
yes,
When you were giving that example, how much does that play a part in a team
the kayaking.
in running Blind Bean Roasters?
All right. Well, the team that runs it, it's a family business. My daughter actually created our logo, which is a coffee bean with sunglasses,
It's
a
cute.
white cane, and a
Yep.
cup. So kind of plays off to Mr. Potato Head. My other daughter helps me roast coffee. That's two of the five. My eldest son is exceptional at roasting coffee. We do it generally together. I do it by myself as well, but it's always more fun when I get to spend quality time with my adult children roasting coffee. Because at that time, you can talk about coffee, but you also talk about what's going on in their lives,
Yes.
which just because they don't live under your roof, you're still their parent. You now can be their friend instead of the authority figure in their life. And then my middle son, he's an accountant, so he helps us with our books. My youngest son is an engineer, so he helps us with our repairs.
Oh, great.
And
You
I have
got
a
it covered.
talking scale that tells me how much the bags weigh. My wife helps do all the weighing of the coffee to verify that I did it right, because she said, you are blind. She said, I just need to make sure that checks and balances. She puts the labels on. If one's crooked, she said, I put it on. If it's straight, she did it.
Of course.
And then she does all the mailing of the coffee. So she puts it in the box. I put it in the boxes. She labels it so it goes to the right person. So it is a team in all aspects. And matter of fact, the gentleman who I follow kayaking, he helps me unload the 153-pound bags of coffee in the raw form, because you know what? Those are heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
150
That's not
pounds.
something I want to lift by myself. So he volunteers and comes out and helps me just because we're very good friends. And I
Now,
brought him coffee.
talking about very good friends, there are some people in your life that have helped you create and just helped you in your daily, besides your family. You know, one being like someone like Ray Fitzgerald.
Ray
Mhm.
Fitzgerald is a gentleman that I met at a networking group, and he actually designed my website. And because I couldn't see, I said, Ray, tell me what it should look like.
Hmm.
Well, he said, just take him. I said, I'm blind. He said, I forgot. I trust him like an uncle.
He does great work too.
He's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yep.
He's actually not a colleague anymore. He's now a close friend.
Nice.
That's cool.
You
That
got
is
some
very
other
cool.
close friends, don't you?
I have a whole bunch of friends.
You want to give them a little shout out, some of them?
Basically, my sister-in-law always said, if you know, you know. All my friends know that
Yep.
they can count on me in any way, shape, or form. Aaron is my kayak buddy. My pastor is actually my guy who follows me in the kayak. So, which is kind of cool. And I just have so many friends. I really don't want to name too many, because if I leave one out, I will feel so bad.
All right, then
Here, here.
I won't
I
ask you
gotcha.
about the others.
Yep. So, what are your long-term goals for Blind Bean Roasters?
The goals are not necessarily my goals. My wife and I are a team. One of the things that we're looking to do in the coffee business is make sure that we always give back to the community that supports us. We just
Nice.
found that life is so much better together than by yourself. So I'm hoping in the near future to retire my wife early from the medical career, and that I can spend more time with her in the roasting, in the camper,
Nice.
and just in the community, giving back to other people that aren't as fortunate as ourselves.
That is truly a wonderful statement from someone with a disability that has overcome it in so many ways with your life. It's beautiful.
I just thought of another name for one of your coffees.
What's that?
Community Give Back Blend.
That's a wonderful idea. Community
Give
Give
Back
Back Blend.
Blend.
And I think all the proceeds will go right back to a local charity.
There you go. But they have to get the Community Give Back Blend.
Correct. That is such a great idea, Norman. I'm going to ask you that I may use those rights. And
I don't know. And I got